Bradford, and I am the COO here at Affiliate Traction. And one of the partners that we wanted to highlight and provide some education on was TheFind. TheFind is a global, very unique publisher, always in one of the top affiliates in our programs, and we think that they're doing stuff that is just very interesting. They have a killer app on mobile, and we really wanted to make people aware of what they're doing and provide some more background. So we're going to introduce Mercedes Ruiz, who is Senior Business Development Person at TheFind, and someone that we here at Affiliate Traction have worked with very closely for the last several years, and we are very pleased to have her doing this presentation for everybody. So I wanted to thank everybody for joining us, and I'm going to pass it over to Mercedes at the end. We will have an opportunity for questions if anybody has them. Please do use the availability to ask questions through that interface here on GoToMeeting, and I will be fielding the questions for Mercedes after she goes through her presentation. One of the other things we wanted to say is, not only do we appreciate working with TheFind, but they are taking a step that is very interesting to Affiliate Traction, our clients, in terms of looking for more high-quality feeds. And this is something that we've been working on them with, and she's going to touch on that briefly in her presentation. But it's something that, as a client of Affiliate Traction, we want you guys to know that we are on top of the developments in this space, and exposing what we're doing here with TheFind to you guys is part of that process of education. So I'd like to welcome Mercedes.
Well, thank you, Marty, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. As Marty mentioned, my name is Mercedes, and I work on the business development side at TheFind. So I mainly manage the affiliate channel, but also a number of strategic partnerships as well. So before we get started, I'd just like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here, and generally for your interest in TheFind. There are a number of ways that we can provide incremental value to your business, so I'm happy to go over that in this presentation, and definitely get you out of here on time if you're a soccer fan and want to watch the Spain-Chile soccer game. So we'll just keep it simple and to the point and relevant. So to get started, I just want to cover, first of all, who we are and what we do at TheFind. So generally, over the last several years, there's been a lot of misconceptions about TheFind. So I'm happy to let you know that we're much more than just a comparison shopping site, as we're frequently described. If I can give you any piece of information to take away from this presentation, it would be that TheFind is one of the largest independent and online mobile traffic sources for retailers. So we're more than just for instance, like a shopping.com or a price grabber. We actually aggregate all of the comparison shopping engines. We aggregate every marketplace, such as Amazon and eBay, as well as all the feeds that come in through our merchant center. So we have a comprehensive index of over 580 million products from over 500,000 stores. We pull in relevant information for shoppers, including from your stores, including social signals that we pull in from Facebook's Open Graph, so that would mean like data. We pull in store information at the local level, as well as just payment information, and we're also able to offer sale alerts, and that's what the real-time notifications are there. Our expertise are definitely in high-growth areas like mobile shopping and personalization. And TheFind is web-based, so we have our own standalone website as well as mobile apps that are compatible on iPads, iPhones, Androids. We also offer Smart Checkout. And just to clarify what Smart Checkout is, it's a way for us to offer customers the option to personalize their shopping app so they can save their name and email and credit card information within the app so that once they are redirected to your site, they can easily check out without having to retype in all of that information. So a little bit about TheFind shoppers. We have anywhere between 15 and 20 million monthly uniques, 20 million more along the lines of when we have the holiday traffic. We have a very rapidly growing mobile audience. Roughly 50% of our traffic now is coming through mobile devices. As far as how many downloads we have for our mobile app, that number is more along the lines of 3 million. And then we're certainly centered in the lifestyle categories. As you can see from the pie graph here, 36% would be in the apparel and accessories category and 28% in the home and garden category. And then, of course, that home and garden category would include things like home improvement tools, and not just sofas and kind of home decor, but actual home improvement type of products. So what is our value proposition? Our value proposition at TheFind is we are a one-stop shopping solution for anyone. There's one search, find any product from every store. We offer best-in-class mobile search experience. So if I could just move this here. Some interesting stats I wanted to share with you. If you weren't already kind of up to speed on mobile trends, these are very interesting to note how much time is spent on mobile devices, you know, how many people who own tablets would shop from those tablets if they did have them, and how many say that checkout is not optimized for mobile devices. So one of our main priorities was making the Find app optimized especially for mobile shoppers. So this is something that we've been honing in on over the last several years. Our goal is to have a very simple and convenient mobile shopping experience, and you know, offering shoppers information like price compare and location, and essentially allowing them to research any item before they purchase. So this little stat down here, this little graph, shows you kind of a different behavior people use when shopping on mobile devices. So happy to say that we also offer the most comprehensive results. So this little image right here is just showing you all of the different comparison shopping engines out there that we actually pull in data for. So as I mentioned earlier, our index is actually every marketplace, every store, every retailer, every comparison shopping engine feed that helps us maintain the staggering number of over 580 million products in one location. As I mentioned before, we also are optimized for the mobile-enabled shopper. So this is just an example of our iPad app version of the Find site. So we're able to show people searching for products, products that they recently visited, or they're able to save those products. We also have a partnership with Slice, which enables shoppers who would like to do so to actually opt in to save their receipts and shipments, and also track products when they're able to exchange them, how many days they have left to return them. So it really is a useful tool, not just in browsing and shopping, but just overall organizing and using this as a personal type of shopper app. And something here that's a very interesting trend from Forrester, a pretty impressive number of revenue that's estimated for shoppers to spend via phone and tablet shopping in 2014. So, of course, this is what we'd like to be in line with for the holidays. So we also look to offer more relevant and optimized search results for shoppers. And what that means is the personalization factor. So we're pulling in Facebook data from users who opt in to sign in via Facebook Connect. So when somebody opens the Find app, whether it's on their tablet or their phone, we give them the option to sign in through Facebook Connect. Once they do that, we're able to extract the Facebook like data from Open Graph, so we're able to show them, like data for, if you can see here, it might be hard to see, but we'll show how many likes for this given product from, for example, Neiman Marcus or Marc Jacobs. So this is just another way that we're personalizing the search results. We're also offering shoppers the option to personalize the stores that they like to shop from or the brands that they like to shop from. So what that means is if they choose to, they can set this up so that when they search for, let's say, handbags in this example here, they chose Marc Jacobs, Neiman Marcus. It's hard to see these other ones, guess examples of their stores that they like to shop from. So kind of a generic search term like handbags typically in the Find algorithm would serve up tons and tons of products. In this case, we're trying to personalize it more and show them bags from the stores that they actually like to shop from higher up on the list than, let's say, traditionally the way we would display those products, which would be, competition based on relevancy and effective UCPC. So this is just an example of how people can personalize the app to fit their needs. So we offer solutions for every consumer. It's just an example of, what those consumers might do, whether it's using their phones, tablets, whatever device, maybe both in one day. Whether they want to take the tablet with them into the store, they're able to do that as well. And of course, the personalization factor that I had just previously mentioned. So the big question is, how do I optimize with TheFind, advertising with TheFind, what are the options? So this is an affiliate call, but we do have different options. Aside from the affiliate networks, we have two brand new options. But first I'd like to mention that the affiliate networks, we work with every network. Can't think of one network that we don't work with, so we don't necessarily have any networks that we won't work with. So if you are in any network, we can certainly work with you in that network. We just require a data feed of some kind. Ideally, as Marty mentioned in the beginning of the call, we are working on improving data overall, and by improving, we're looking at Google-based products, and mainly because they're the most comprehensive. So we can work with you in affiliate if we're not already working with you. If you don't have a feed for an affiliate network yet, and you do have a Google feed, we can accept that feed and just append your affiliate tracking to it. So that's one option. You may have heard TheFind recently in the last week or so just launched direct CPA program, the direct CPC program. These are just multiple options that we have for working with us. Historically, we've had a lot of inquiries on how can we work with you on a CPC, and it hasn't necessarily been open. So this is a direction that we wanted to go in. This will be launching in July as well as the direct CPA option. In terms of requirements and fees for partnership, for any of these partnership options, we have no integration fees, so happy to announce that there's no crazy amount required to pay to actually get integrated with us, meaning getting your feed indexed onto our site. The competitiveness really is up to the merchant. So it's important to note that we do have, again, over 500,000 stores on the site. It can get competitive, especially in those categories that we looked at in a few slides back that showed the pie chart. So if you're in the apparel and accessories or home and garden categories, those categories, you're going to be competing a lot more with, let's say, merchants with higher CPA rates, or even merchants that are bidding at the CPC category or product level. So if you're interested in, kind of learning more along the lines of what is competitive for those categories, you can always reach out to me. You can always reach out to Affiliate Attraction, and we can get you that information to help you out. But there is no, required rate to work with TheFind. As far as the data feed requirements, a Google-based feed is not required for working with us on affiliate through any of the affiliate networks. However, it's still recommended because of the comprehensiveness. In addition to the comprehensiveness, the taxonomy for the Google-based feed exactly matches our own, which means that if merchant is sending in the Google-based feed an alternate image, it's actually an alternate image as opposed to CJ feed potentially having a column for alternate image, but then including a description under it that we can't map to because it's not what it says it is. So in that sense, it's very easy for us to, and we prefer a Google-based feed. There's no reason to, if you already have a network feed live with us, to turn it off if you start sending us a Google feed. And the reason why is because with us, more data is always better. We would index both products. It would just basically enhance the current product listings on the Find. So, and then something else to take into account is, there's always no data feeds are exactly the same. So it's possible that a feed that we get through a network like Linkshare or CJ may be missing a few products, and those products are actually active in the Google feed. So it's just better to have both live. There's no point in really not having both. We would essentially tag them both as an affiliate feed using the tracking for whichever network you're working. And then I wanted to provide some optimization techniques and suggestions. These are a lot of questions that we get daily. So the ideal data feed is comprehensive. This is crucial to us, and it's actually crucial to helping your product rank better on the Find. So we like to have every size, every color, every variation possible. We like to have robust product titles and robust descriptions. So that's really what we mean by comprehensiveness. Image sizes also should be large, and as large as possible, considering that we're seeing such a huge amount of shoppers now shopping on their tablets or on their phones. If you think about sending a small image in through a feed and someone potentially using that, looking at your product on their phone and having to zoom in, it really starts to pixelate the products, and side by side with images that we might get from your competitors, and those happen to be larger, better images. It's really putting you at a competitive disadvantage not to have the actual product show up as nicely as it could show up in tablet or mobile devices. So the larger the better. We can pretty much take as large an image as possible, and we can always scale the image down, but we can't make a smaller image large without it becoming pixelated. So something else to mention is that data ideally is fresh data, regularly updated. So even if you have a unique product list that, let's say, has only 20 products or so, that's a small, very small data feed, it's still worthwhile to send us a new file, and as frequently as possible. So we take into account freshness of data when we're looking at ranking as well. So it plays a factor in our ranking. So these are three very important notes for an ideal data feed. In addition, I wanted to cover some common mistakes. Hopefully we can avoid mistakes like this. I see this quite frequently. one of the biggest ones I see is when merchants aren't using the shipping price field in the feed, and they actually do offer free shipping. So, for instance, let's say I'm not sure off the top of my head, but let's say Nasty Gal might offer free shipping over $200, and let's say we see a number of products in the feed that actually are valued over $200, and those products are not showing up as free shipping. You're really missing out, because we do see a lot of shoppers shopping around and looking specifically for products where there's free shipping, and especially if you're carrying something or selling something that can be sold elsewhere, can be purchased elsewhere, the free shipping is really something that we tend to see a higher click-through rate. So it's a kind of a common mistake. There's an actual field in the feed for shipping price, and it's not the promotional field. It's a shipping price field that you would set to 0, which signifies free shipping for that product. So that's something that I just wanted to make clear. Also, the product titles are very important. There's a lot of keywords missing and key information like brands that could help making those products much more relevant and SEO friendly in our search engine. So if you think about comparing for example, an Amazon product title, their product titles are pretty robust. You compare that to a lot of the product titles I might see, which is like a white shirt. There's definitely a lot more information that can be said in that title that can help shoppers get all the information that they need before making a purchase. So it is possible that it's just a white shirt, but most of the time it's much more than that. And the same goes for the product descriptions. So these are very valuable as well. This helps. This also helps us factor in relevancy. We take this into account as well when someone's searching for information. So really making sure that those product descriptions are robust is incredibly important as well. And then finally, UPC codes. This might not be relevant to everyone on this call. Your products might not have UPC codes. However, if they do have UPC codes, this is very important to include. This helps in our price comparison functionality of the app, where we have a shopper who may be in, for example, a Home Depot or a Lowe's or even a Nordstrom, and we allow them to take out their app and they can scan a UPC code, let's say for a North Face fleece, and we can tell them not only where this North Face fleece might be better priced, if that's what they're doing, if they're looking for a better price, or if they're not concerned about the price and they want to be able to buy it somewhere else locally, and let's say Nordstrom didn't have their size, we can show them there's an REI here in San Francisco, this is the phone number, this is the store information. Not only that, there's some coupons available. We'll show them a map as well. So all the information they could possibly need to be able to make the purchase. So I just want to do some very quick scenarios here of searching, searching for pendant lighting. This is something that I was searching for the other day. These are some, questions that we ask. Are your shoppers searching on multiple sites? Are they looking for the best price? This is something that TheFind can give them. We can show them we can show them multiple options. Are they ready to check out and they need a coupon? We also have that information. And again, like the scenario I just covered, if they're looking for that item but they want to know if it's available and they can go pick it up today and they don't want to wait for shipping, we can show them that information as well. So this I thought was useful for everyone to see here, just as an example. So this was an example of a pendant light fixture from Lamps Plus, and we're showing the best prices. And to my surprise, the best price was in Amazon. It's not always Amazon, so in this case it was, and I thought that was a great example to show. And again, you can see from this product view more information about the product, store, if there's any coupons available, locations, and of course the price compare. We'll even show shipping and tax information. So just some more examples of some relevant products. Some people have an idea of TheFind is just fashion, but we do have people coming in searching for charcoal grills, for kitchen mixers, so I just wanted to show you examples of those. And hunting jackets and Nike shoes, so it's really one-stop shopping type of a solution. We aggregate every marketplace, every CSE, every store in one location. So our goal is to really have something that people don't need to necessarily leave to go, to an Amazon or to go back to Google and do a search. This is something that we want them to have the most comprehensive and convenient experience in shopping just right here within our app. And that's it. So I can take any questions here if anyone has any.
Well, thank you, Mercedes. I appreciate your time. That was very informative. Wanted to say a couple of things. One is that as Mercedes was talking about, comprehensiveness of the feed is crucial. Affiliate traction clients, we do have the ability to add in data into the feed on your behalf if that data is readily available to us. So if we're missing brand, we can add brand. We obviously can't add price on a per product level. So we do have the ability, and we do massage the feeds because, like she said, every single network has a different format. So we're able to, do some optimization of these feeds as we pass them on to the networks. The issue is that, like she was saying, is that the networks dumb down these feeds. They were never intended. The networks don't have a data feed format that is designed to be as comprehensive as someone like TheFind wants. So what we're doing is we are beginning to reach out and ask for the Google Shopping feed. That can be pulled straight out of the Merchant Center, Google Merchant Center, and sent to TheFind, and the affiliate links will be attached to that, or it can go back through us. And if we get that, we can send it straight on to TheFind, as well as syndicate it to the affiliate networks. And this is a positive move because we know that there are things that are often left out of the feeds that we get that will always be in that Google Shopping feed. So we do expect us to be pushing those feeds straight to TheFind. So that's something that we want to work on. Do we have any other questions? I guess the main question that that I have, Mercedes, is if we want to ensure that we are optimized on a competitive basis, that we're competitive as possible. Our pub dev group here at Affiliate Traction works with you, and we occasionally do commission increases to get that competitiveness up. Are you able to provide us with a vertical by vertical competitiveness sort of snapshot that we can go back to clients and say, if you want to rank #1 all the time, here's where you have to be. If you want to be, just slightly above the pack, here's where you have to be, that kind of stuff. Are we able to get that kind of, on a per client basis, or do you have that on a more of a category basis? Mercedes?
I'm sorry, I was talking to myself on mute. So some categories I would say that it really depends. Certainly we can provide like a guidance per category, but then there's going to be some clients where wouldn't want to steer them in the wrong direction, and I would say, well, I think you do have a competitive rate, and we should maybe make sure we have the best possible feed and go from there. Because some categories we don't spend a whole ton of traffic in. We kind of do. We still perform, but we don't. They're not like our top performing. So I wouldn't say like increase it by this much. I would just focus maybe on the making sure it's in line with what other merchants are providing and then making sure they have the best data feed possible. When it's certain other categories, like the apparel, accessories, and any home and garden type of programs, that's where you see the most competition. And I should mention or clarify, if I haven't already, that we have a hybrid model of CPC and CPA traffic. So you're competing with, the affiliate can be competing a lot of times with CPC traffic. So we can tell you what the effective cost per click by category is during certain times of the year. Certainly that gets a lot higher during the holidays. So we can always offer guidance and definitely, try out different rates. So you're aware, because even if you increase by a couple percentage points, you're still competing with certain categories that are going to be very competitive on a CPC. So just want to manage expectations there. We can provide guidance, also tell you what the CPC bids are looking like, so you can see if you want to sort of try to be in line with that on a CPA.
Great. Thank you. I don't think we have any other questions. So again, want to thank you for your time. Thank everybody for all of your time showing up to this. We hope it was educational. Please do talk to your account manager if you'd like to get more data on your individual catalog and the state of us getting that Google feed. We will be sending out notifications on that shortly of how this is going to work, and also providing the kind of category level CPC. So we'll be working on that for clients too, to get that to you so you can have an evaluation of where we stand. And thank you very much, Mercedes. Appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.